With advantages against most teams in terms of contact and speed, 20 games out of the division, and more like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15, 14 to be exact, out of the wild card spot, can we make an unprecedented run to the postseason here in September? It's not likely, but we shall see. We have some gentlemen to call up. We'll call up Bosieri, and it looks like we're going to call up, I love to call up Ben Joyce. I think he's our future closer, but not quite. We don't have the roster space, the rotation space for another pitcher at this point in time. We do pick up a victory on September 1st. A lot of hits from the A's, but not enough. And it looks like they didn't call up the number one pick either. Chase McDermott, holy hell. 1-15, almost a 9 ERA. As we get 2 RBI from Magical, Moniak, and Deshaun Knowles recently called back up as he raises his average up to 177 for whatever that is worth. Griffin Cannon picks up his 9th victory of the year. ERA about league average of a 4.01. In the next game, we lose 4-2. Estri Ruiz has 2 hits, but doesn't steal a base, it looks like, which is very unlike him. Actually, take that back. He attempted one, and he ended up getting caught. This team is quite possibly the second worst in the American League, and we could not pick up a victory against them. Are you kidding me? Let's see if we can do so. Here, up by 1 here in the 9th inning as Stevenson looks to get the save. Cooper Bowman gonna foul that one off into foul territory. 1-2, can he get the out? And hit the Magical. Why are you taking your time? You don't have to stand there and pat that ball up against your glove 14 times, dude. Just throw it over the first. Don't make a spectacle of this. And Allen, bottom of the lineup, should be able to get him out. Fly ball into shallow right field as Kyron Paris is going to make the catch. Has he done enough in AAA to really be considered a major league player and not just be a September call-up every other year? Stevens going to get the curveball over for strike number 1. Now 0-2, Thompson hits this one into shallow right field, and Adams, who has struggled, offensively makes the catch as we pick up the 2-1 victory here at Angels Stadium. Trout did have a home run, and honestly, it was just enough to get us the victory. Now with some more runs on the board, 6-4 here in the top of the next game. And strike number 1, slider by Jose Soriano. He can get that slider up to about 92, and on the rare occurrence 93, but he has to be in control. Slurve coming in at 87, so he's got a lot of horizontal movement with at least 2 of his pitches, and the heater is going to be hit to right field. Hill the runner at second, tag. Ward makes the catch. Throws to third. Not going to be in time as Rengifo couldn't collect the ball in a reasonable amount of time. Butler really just needs to hit one really high to outfield, and he's going to chop a sinker just foul. Cam Collier makes his MLB debut and gets a single for the Reds. Pop up by Butler as Neto has to really navigate the sunlight to make the catch. Here Red Sox reject. Bobby Dahlbeck 0-2. Chops a slider just foul and off the shin guard of Ohapi. And Ohapi's going to throw it to second as the runner at first just advances. Actually really runs it second and first both advance, as now you got a runner in scoring position. Ground ball to Bosieri, and he's easily going to make the catch. Sorry, the step on the bag to get through the top of the 8th inning. And turns out we pick up the victory 7-4, picking up an insurance run in the 8th inning. Give us the W. Now we face Cleveland. Jake Fox. As we are... Wait, why are we in this game? Oh, Sandoval's looking to get a shutout. Honestly, I would be okay if a lot of our pitchers went 7-8 innings, as Fox gives up. Is gonna unfortunately get a hit. Sandoval was working on a no-hitter. Or was it a... I'm not sure if it was a no-hitter or a shutout. I mean, it's definitely a shutout, but hopefully he doesn't give up a run. Not trying to call on the bullpen anytime soon. Give them some rest, as Josh Naylor back to his normal self, batting .255. Not as many homers as you might expect from a guy of his caliber, but it is a little bit of an off year, and he could get to 25. Slider misses low, and Sandoval might be a little gassed. He does have a nice pitch mix, fastball, four-seamer in there, low in the zone. Pitch 97, chopper up the middle, diving stop by Paris, over to second, back to first. Nope, not going to get the runner, not going to get Naylor, as we only able to get one. And Sandoval's day is over. As you see, Ohtani hit his 41st home run. We really couldn't pony up the money and then defer it to... Never mind. Let's not talk about stuff that happened, I don't know, 2 years ago. We do pick up the victory, 6-0. Here in the 7th, a scoreless ball game as Davis Schneider steps to the plate as Canning is still out there. Liner past Shonyo on the roll all the way in the right field. That should easily be a double. The throw from Trout, offline. See in the bottom ticker, George Springer picks up his 800th RBI. Honestly, very solid career, even if he hasn't been a superstar as expected. And Josh Naylor hits this one up the middle. It rolls in the center field. The runner from second coming around to score. The throw offline by a wide margin. And Cleveland takes a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 7th. Jose Ramirez smacks this one deep to right field. It is going to get down in the gap. Runner from first is going to come around to score, and they're going to slide in there just in time. It is 2-0 Guardians. 15th double by Ramirez. You would think he would have hit for more than that here in September, but it is what it is, and we end up taking the L. Taylor Ward, tie ball game. He is 2 for 2 in a 2-2 game, and hits a changeup that he got out in front of. Look, right down the middle. You got to take that one down the line. This time he hits the fastball the other way. The right fielder ain't even moving for that one, as runners will both retreat back to their respective bases. And stepping to the plate, graphics team, thank you. I was going to say, can you pan to him already? Rengifo, 2 for 3, takes a curveball right down the middle, but it's going to find glove work. And through 7, it is a tie ball game. Adams will step up, down by 1 here in the 9th inning. Can you just get on base? That's all I asked for. Fouled on the cut fastballs. He faced the AL leader in saves. Another fastball and a foul off to the right-hand side as Adams quickly down 0-2. Nope, this is a slider, actually. It doesn't matter. No wonder I couldn't see it or call it right in time. It was a blur, 92 miles an hour. Shonyo hits this one high and deep to right field. It is going to be caught over the shoulder by Jake Fox. Now Colin Madrigal, not a power threat. I can't remember the last time he hit a home run. Ooh, swing and miss at a slider. He really should have laid off. Can we just get on? And it's a fly ball into right field. Jake Fox tracking it down, and unfortunately it's going to be caught as we lose this one 3-2. I don't know if the win streak is going to happen. We did have more hits, though. You would think we would take advantage of that. As unfortunately, Mickey Moniak is going to be out for at least a week or two with a strained calf, and our options to replace him are very slim. Marcus Semien, 25 homers, 65 RBIs. I would think he would have hit a couple more RBIs than that, but it is what it is. As Drake Jamison looks to pitch in long relief, up 4-3, chopper to Paris. It's going to be played. Why did you play that so terribly? Why are you waiting for the ball to come to you? You charge it, you get it, you throw it. If you run into if that runner going from first to second is there, like, screw it. Let them call you for interference. Chopper to Paris. You have to tag him. Neto takes his time throwing the first. Come on. What is going on? These damn fielding animations. I'm blaming it on SD. Nonetheless, chopper by Garcia in the infield. Madrigal fires over to first, and it is just going to be in time to get out of the 5th inning tied at 4 apiece. Same score here in the top of the 7th. Ward facing lefty Cody Bradford hits this one to left field. Unfortunately, it's going to find a glove. Runner from second. Not going to bother tagging. it was a possibility. Not going to front. As O'Hoppe steps up, and he's going to pop this one up into shallow right field behind first base as it'll be caught in through 7. It is still tied at 4 apiece. Rangers up 5-4. Runner on first. Oh, Adele, you have to be just a tad bit more patient with that breaking ball. I know it's so tempting down the middle, and ooh, slurve. They go back-to-back breaking balls, and another one, this time a sweeping curve, sets him down on strikes. Paris hitting pretty well since being called up, 379, all right, we will take it. Granted, limited ABs, as Matone gets him the strikeout on the sweeping curve. Paris disappointed himself. Knowles takes a look at yet another curveball and another out. I'm not going to lie, I don't hit Phil Matone very well. The curveball, the slurve, it's all slow. It's all slow. And he doesn't really mix up anything hard because he never threw very hard. Zach Neto striking out here in the top of the 9th. Madrigal gets at least bat on ball, but it's not going to matter. Seager to first. We are 1 out away. I think elimination. The defending champs looking to put us away. Trout has regained his hitting stroke as Jose Leclerc looking to get save number 39 thus far against one of still the more dangerous hitters in the league. Swing and miss on a heater 95 miles an hour. Trout hits this one high. It is deep enough, but not deep enough for to go over the head of Garcia. And the defending champs, I believe, have eliminated us from postseason contention. I mean, we kind of knew that we were kind of working with house money last year, making the postseason. Pretty much everybody hit on all cylinders as Reed Detmers gets the L, only going 1 1/3 inning, giving up 1 run. I'm going to assume he was hurt as, yep, we are 18 games out of the division. The best we can do at this point is play spoiler as we are up 1-0 here in the 5th. Evan Carter, ground ball into left field. Knowles happens to be playing there, throws it in the infield. Madrigal gets the ball, and nobody is covering third, which kind of makes sense. Runners at the corners, ball game tied at 1. Elias Tavares. There we go. Nonetheless, his name, I should get it right, but ooh, fly ball to left field. Knowles will make the catch. He throws it back in, but it's not going to matter. That run does score. We have the lead here in the bottom of the 9th, and we see this as we face the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Stevenson is 5th in the American League, tied with Ian Hamilton in saves. So that's at least a bright spot we've had this season. Nathaniel Lowe hits this one in the left field. Knowles scoops it up, fires it back in. They've got runners at first and second with nobody. Runner at second with nobody out. That is Lowe's 37th double this season as the defending champs look to creep even closer to a division title. Adolis Garcia hits it in the right field. The throw comes up to the plate. It is way offline as runners are now at the corners with nobody away for Ezekiel Duran. Are they going to at least tie it or walk it off here in this plate appearance? We shall see. 2-13 with runners in scoring position. Ground ball, and the defense was playing in, yet they still scored the 3rd run. Knowles will come up throwing. Runners will stay put at first and second. What in the hell is going on out there? Madrigal's a great defender of 3rd. Carter hits this one in the right field. Ward comes up throwing, and oh my goodness, what the hell? Okay. The bases are loaded. Wait, I should not be happy about that. That doesn't make sense. Everybody's going to play in. Yet again, Stevenson. Oh, my God. A hit by pitch is going to end this game. Are you kidding me? That is a terrible way to blow a save and to lose a ball game. Not much better than a walk, but oh, my God. And then we take the L to the Minnesota Twins. They basically have a reverse record to ours as they are firmly in the lead of the American League Central. Joe Ryan, 9 innings, 12 Ks, absolutely destroyed us. Then in the second game of the matchup, they drop 11 on our heads. Ugh. I think our guys might be giving up. I mean, I know it's the middle of the season, and let's be honest, we don't have much to play for. unfortunately, we don't really have young guys that I feel comfortable calling up and kind of running through a trial run in September. Our Trash Pandas are eligible for the postseason, so we will take a look at what they do in the postseason when it comes up. Our Bees, almost eliminated, though. They're playing at about 500 record. Jason Battle, one of our draft picks last year, honestly is putting up a very good season in Double-A. 18 home runs, 65 RBIs, leading this Double-A team possibly to a Double-A championship. Granted, we haven't seen the postseason, and listen, it's power and speed, despite not being that fast, I will take it. OPS is 743 for what it's worth. You know, I'm not very fond of the OPS stat, but it is what it is, and people use it. Mauricio Castilla, who we saw blow a game really with a grand slam earlier, has been our Double-A ace. Bryce Osmond struggled with 9 thus far. The season is over for them, but we'll see how things play out in the postseason. Castilla, a 1.36 ERA. That is bananas. Possibly earning himself a Triple-A spot in the rotation. Armstrong and Lemon both are probably going to see time at reliever in Triple-A. We shall see. Maybe we just give them another year down here, as both have under 2.5 ERAs. Lemon 1.4 of all things. If we got 21 quality starts from our top 2 pitchers. Eric Torres here, looking at some of these relievers. Honestly, guys are striking up the guys they need to. Not walking a ton. Is look at these whips. None of them. Maybe that 1.39 and the 1.33 aren't great, but they're fine. They're in Double-A, so they'll work themselves into better pitchers at some point. Though Armstrong has blown 5 saves. We take a look at Triple-A. And some of the leaders here, who truly stands out. Don't really look at Chad Wallach. He is 33 and has had Major League time, so he's kind of a 4A player. Nelson Rada, though, very good season. He is 19 years old. Doesn't really have the power stroke just yet, but he has stolen 11 bases. Now, Warner Blakely having a solid year. Anthony Moran also has seen Major League time. We're not going to put too much stock in that. Again, Wallach is basically a 4A player. He could realistically be on the team's 40-man roster and their Major League team as a backup catcher, but don't expect much out of him. Tucker Flint crosses the 50 RBI threshold as we get 3 dudes with 10 steals. I know that's not saying much, but in today's baseball, that's pretty good when everybody wants to try to smack everything out. Taking a look at some of these averages, I would honestly say Rada has been the best player. Even if his OPS doesn't show it, maybe Tucker Flint has something to say about that. 15 doubles, though Blakely and Calabrese, we've got some solid guys. We've got solid guys, but nobody that I'm like, yo, we need to call up immediately. But we kind of knew that when we came into this franchise. The farm system is bare bones, very bare bones. They've got like a couple of players, if we look back at 2024, and we're going to have to draft a lot of guys that are honestly worth a damn. If you want to take a look at who some of those draftees were, I'll probably leave those links in the description so that we can see, some of our progressing players, or regressing, you never know. Victor Medeiros is a guy I'm kind of teeter-tottering on whether we call him up, at least when it comes into the offseason. Maybe he'll get a shot in spring training, and I'll just send him down to Triple-A. As we only really got 1 complete game, and it was a shutout from really any of our Double-A or Triple-A pitchers. Again, Ben Joyce is definitely getting a shot. 39 saves. He is getting better. I thought in Tennessee, I thought he was a starter. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I'm not mad. Maybe we convert him into a long reliever. We shall see about that. Kirby Yates, a guy we signed. He hasn't pitched too badly in the minors, but let's be honest, he's 38 years old, and I'm not going to sign him back. So, next episode, we will take a look at the Double-A Trash Pandas and see how they do in the postseason.